Live from Southwest Florida's news source, this is Fox 4 News at 10.
Time to bundle up. Tonight, Southwest Florida temperatures are going to drop. Storm Shield 4 telling you what to expect on one of the coldest nights of the year.
A pot bandit stealing his prize, then dropping it on the ground, and it is all caught on camera. Plus.
And I hope you rot in hell. I do. You shouldn't be alive, but if you're going to be, I hope you suffer.
Fighting words for this accused killer. 4 in your corner talking with the boyfriend of a young mom killed in the bar that he owns. His message for that accused killer. Fox 4 News at 10 starts right now. First on Fox, it is going to be one of the coolest nights of the season across Southwest Florida. You can see the temperatures getting there already. Thanks for joining us for Fox 4 News at 10. I'm Patrick Nolan.
And I'm Amy Wegman, joined by our chief meteorologist, Derek Beasley, who's tracking these cooler temps and telling us what to expect for tomorrow. Derek?
Well, guys, those temperatures, if you've stepped outside this evening, you probably already know how cool it is out there. And we're expecting temperatures tomorrow morning, not the coldest they've been all season, but certainly one of the coolest nights we've had so far this season across the area. We can see those temperatures now already down to 54 in Lehigh Acres out towards LaBelle. In Fort Myers, 56 currently here in the Cape, but you go up towards sections of Sarasota, Charlotte, and DeSoto counties, even over into Glades County, seeing those temperatures already dropping off from the mid-40s. Clewiston already down to 46 degrees, 47 in Arcadia. There is a frost advisory in effect for one county in our viewing area, that's DeSoto County. For Arcadia, we could see some isolated areas inland dropping into the upper 30s briefly here for tonight into tomorrow morning. Here's the way things stack up. Temperatures through tonight falling through the 50s and then eventually in the 40s here by tomorrow morning. We'll let you know how much warmer it's going to get this week. We do have a warm-up on the way. This in your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Derek. 15 members of a well-known Fort Myers gang known as the Lake Boys arraigned in a Lee County courtroom today.
The men were part of a major gang arrest earlier this month involving the RICO Act that busted 21 Lake Boys. 4 in your corner's Deborah Souverain has been looking over the details of the investigation that led to those arrests and how social media played a role. Deborah?
Patrick and Amy, the Lake Boys gang has been around since 1993. Detectives say the violent gang used social media sites like Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat to spread their influence and terrorize. Investigators say this video, which shows members of the Fort Myers gang, the Lake Boys, was just one tool they used to expand their criminal enterprise. The case against the gang is laid out in these documents. In more than 200 pages, detectives describe a 14-month investigation, which details the inner workings of what they call a loosely structured criminal ring, with roots in the Harlem Lakes neighborhood in Dunbar, but their crimes spread throughout Lee County, including everything from car robberies, drug sales, to murders. Detectives say the Lake Boys used social media to gain influence, the way prior gangs used graffiti. Hashtags such as Lake Boys Baby or Great Lakes Baby are used by gang members and associates. The Lake Boys even have a community Facebook page with over 160 likes. According to a documented gang member, members of the Lake Boys organization were able to gain respect by shooting at people, an act they called wild and crazy. Investigators say when dealing with gang rivalries, gang members, associates, and even family members would drive by a rival gang's turf to see if they were outside, so that they could then shoot at them shortly after. Authorities say members often used coded language, such as KOS, meaning kill on sight, used to warn or intimidate rival gang members. The term 12 is used to alert members of police presence. And making an L hand symbol, which you can see here, stands for Lake Boys or Harlem Lakes. Detectives say the gang has been around since the early 90s and now has over 30 members and associates. Some of them were arraigned in court on Monday on charges of racketeering. When they were arrested, Fort Myers police had this to say.
Rivals to this organization, like the chief said, if you want to continue to do what you're doing, you're next. And we'll come after you, and we're not going to stop.
Detectives are aware of 34 documented members of the Lake Boys. Together, those members have nearly 400 arrest charges since 2002. Now, Operation Great Lakes also uncovered a number of other local gangs. I'll have more on that coming up at 10:30. In studio tonight, I'm Deborah Souverain, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, thank you, Deborah. And we are taking a closer look at gangs in Fort Myers coming up tonight at 10:30. A 14-month investigation revealing how many gangs operate here in Southwest Florida and just how they work. Again, that's coming up tonight at 10:30.
All new tonight, deputies releasing the description of the man wanted for murdering a 29-year-old man in Lehigh Acres. The suspect, described as being between 5'9" and 5'11" with a thin build. He was wearing a black hoodie and black pants. John Tavius Thomas was killed this morning inside his garage in Lehigh Acres. 4 in your corner talking to family members and his co-workers who say he was shot while he was leaving for work, and his boss says he was an all-around good person.
Can't say it enough. He was just a great person, great employee, and just a fantastic human being.
Now, investigators have not released a lot of details, but they say the public is not in any danger.
He got loaded before he went on a crime spree. That's what a Naples car burglary suspect reportedly told deputies. 4 in your corner's Adam Pinsker telling us how neighbors helped to put a stop to a late-night rash of car break-ins.
Amy, 40-year-old Jason Woodbury is charged with committing several car burglaries in a quiet North Naples neighborhood. He told deputies he got drunk to work up the courage to do the crimes. When Jason Woodbury rode his motorcycle into this quiet North Naples neighborhood to rob cars, according to police reports, he probably wasn't expecting to be done in by one of his victims. A camera outside this home catching Woodbury in the act.
We hear that there's 2 break-ins on the same street. Of cars. That feels like too much.
Kathy Durner lives about 50 feet from where this white pickup truck was broken into along Roma Court. A drill and radar detector were swiped. A man living 2 doors down from where Durner lives had his car broken into along with 2 others down the street, all being linked to Woodbury.
Since we've been down here, I would say in the last 5 years, there have been home break-ins.
Durner, a seasonal resident from Toronto, says the latest incident has her rethinking about home security.
So we just had a discussion about this morning, my husband and I, that we're going to be using our shutters, our storm shutters, more efficiently and more regularly.
Others, like Harry Henderson, are taking a wait-and-see approach, but haven't ruled out investing in a surveillance camera.
We've never really thought of using that, but if it becomes an issue, I suppose that it's probably a good solution.
And according to police reports, Woodbury has several prior arrests for car burglaries. He remains in jail tonight. Reporting from Collier County, Adam Pinsker, Fox 4, in your corner.
Thank you, Adam. Breaking news right now. You're fired. That's what President Donald Trump told the acting Attorney General Sally Yates, seen here, after she announced she would not defend his controversial immigration order. This is coming as refugees and humanitarian groups are still reeling from the president's executive order that temporarily bans U.S. entry for all refugees as well as travelers from 7 specific countries. And now the White House is defending its actions as, quote, a massive success story. 4 in your corner's Sarah Murray has the details.
Refugees are welcome here. Donald Trump springing to the defense of his controversial travel ban, which caused chaos in airports across the country over the weekend and drew fire from both sides of the aisle.
It's not a Muslim ban, but we were totally prepared. It's working out very nicely.
The president's executive order includes a 90-day ban on citizens coming to the U.S. from 7 majority Muslim countries, identified as countries of concern under the Obama administration. And it suspends the refugee program for 120 days. Refugees are welcome here. Over the weekend, it prompted protests in the streets and elicited a sharp response from Democratic leaders.
This executive order was mean-spirited and un-American.
And today, a cutting rebuttal from the president.
I noticed Chuck Schumer yesterday with fake tears. I'm going to ask him who is his acting coach, because I know him very well. I don't see him as a crier.
But it's not just Democrats raising alarm.
You have an extreme vetting proposal that didn't get the vetting it should have had.
Trump administration officials, including senior policy advisor Stephen Miller and chief strategist Steve Bannon, quietly crafted the order with limited guidance from the administration's own agencies.
Let us march!
It caught the Department of Homeland Security, State Department, and Customs and Border Patrol flat-footed, breeding confusion at airports. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer is defending the rollout and calling the criticism overblown.
If we announced this a lot earlier, it would have given people plenty of time to flood into the country who could have done us harm. That's not exactly a sound strategy, right? So the people that needed to be kept in the loop were kept in the loop. The people that needed to be briefed were.
In other news tonight, the Boy Scouts of America says it will be allowing transgender children who identify as boys to enroll in its Boys Only program. The organization said it will start basing enrollment in the Boys Only program on the gender that a child or parent lists on the application to become a Boy Scout. The Boy Scouts previously had a policy that relied on the gender listed on a child's birth certificate in order for them to be part of the Boy Scouts. The organization also lifted its ban on gay troop leaders and employees. That was back in July of 2015.
A young mother killed in a shooting at a Naples bar.
She had a little girl. That's the saddest part. It's just sad, the whole thing.
4 in your corner speaking with her boyfriend who has strong words for her accused killer.
Charge. A moose charging at a group of hikers, and it's all caught on camera. What sparked this animal's run-in? And officials say this is normal.
A man tried to steal a potted plant from a Southwest Florida business and then drops it. And it's not the first time it's happened. It's next on Fox 4 News at 10. Derek?
Looks like one of the chilliest nights of the year expected here in Southwest Florida, but we're expecting a nice warm-up this week. The forecast is coming up.